I remember back when I was 16, 17, I was in my last years of high school. That's when TikTok really started to pop off. Everybody was downloading, including my friends. Eventually, I started to download it and started to watch videos on it as well. I remember there would be days where I would legitimately watch TikTok the entire day. Hours would go by, I wouldn't even notice it. It went by like minutes. I would get hungry and like starving almost. My stomach would be rumbling. I wouldn't even notice it. The sun would go down and it's time for me to pray. I wouldn't even notice it. But then the very next day, I wake up early and I work until the afternoon and I completely finish an assignment that I had been procrastinating for the past couple of weeks. Finish it from start to end in a single morning. An entire assignment, and these are big assignments too. This is my last year of high school, so you can imagine they're pretty big, important assignments. But somehow I was able to focus, lock in, and completely finish it within a single morning. But then the very next day, I would revert back to doom scrolling on TikTok every single hour of the day. And I was so confused because I wanted to tap in into that morning energy that I had that one day where I completely finished an assignment in a single morning. I wanted to have that level of focus 24/7. I knew it was because of my phone. It's because of my phone. I'm scrolling on TikTok all day. I needed to break this addiction in order to be able to focus on the tasks that were mattered, that were important to me. I needed to break this addiction first, this actual addiction. It was an addiction. If you're on it 24/7, it may as well be an addiction, even if it is just simple as using your phone. So I used every single method under the sun, every single thing you can imagine of, every single color filter to make a phone black and white, every single timer, every single app that will, lock your phone screen time, make you not use certain apps, everything you can imagine of. Only one thing worked for me. And if you tried these habits, all these hacks, and they never worked for you, what I am going to share with you today will guaranteed work. Because the problem is, we need to tackle why you use your phone. See, the problem is with using your phone, it's actually kind of fun. As much as it's brain rot, as much as it's doom scrolling, as much as we want to talk crap about it, we're using it for a reason. A lot of people are getting addicted to these apps for a reason. It's because it's entertaining to a certain extent. You can't deny that, right? It is entertaining. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be using it. And that is why you're addicted to your phone. You have nothing better to do with your life. You have nothing better to do with your time. That's why you revert back to using your phone. See, I could give you a hack right now. I can give you some sort of habit tracker. I can give you some secret app nobody knows about that I'm going to make you pay for, that will make you overnight quit this phone addiction. None of that's going to work because the core problem that you have is that you have nothing going on in your life that you can use or that you can do in place of the phone addiction. You want to know why back in high school, the last few years of high school when I downloaded TikTok, you know why I was so addicted? Because I had nothing better to do. Even though, obviously, it was my last years of high school. I could have probably done some exam papers, could have studied more, but instead of doing that, I didn't want to do that. So instead, I rolled on my bed, Instagram, TikTok. First thing when I woke up, opened the app, started scrolling for 1 or 2 hours before I got out of bed. And that's why I did all that, because I had nothing better to do with my life. And I only realized this recently because I started to draw once again. I hadn't drawn for a couple months. I'll show you what I drew in my journal. I hadn't drawn for a couple months. So for the first time in a couple months, I said, oh, I want to draw. I haven't practiced in a while. And guess what? That 2 days that I practiced drawing, they were the lowest screen time days I had the entire week. See, look. Terrible hands, I know, but like I haven't drawn for months, so give me some slack. And I hadn't used my phone, and I realized, wait a minute, that's why I was addicted to my phone back in high school, and I could never get over this addiction, this dopamine endless abyss of scrolling. Basically, when I take your phone and I check your screen time and I see you've been using TikTok for hours, Instagram for hours, I know your life is boring. I know you're not doing anything with yourself, and that's why you are addicted to the phone. The problem isn't the phone, the problem is your lifestyle. And that's why it's hard. I wish I could give you an easier answer because downloading an app is super easy that will lock your screen time, or using a phone filter that turns everything black and white, that would be easy. And those things do help. Don't get me wrong. I do use the camera filter that turns everything black and white. I do that. But the main issue that's a problem is you're not doing anything. And I wish I could give you an easy answer than that, but I also know that's why this will work for you, because we're tackling the core issue that's wrong in your life. That's how you will break your phone addiction, by breaking that core issue that you're not doing anything with yourself. And for the past couple days that I told you I've been using my phone a little more, yeah, I have been staying inside the house more often on those days. 100%. If I'm going out with my friends to the city to go shopping or whatever, or if I'm working on my channel and making YouTube videos, scripting, or if I'm studying, or if I'm drawing, or if I'm going to the gym, MMA, I guarantee on those days, which I am more busy, my screen time is way less. And on those days where I don't do anything, I kind of skip the gym workout because it's kind of cold outside and my thighs are a little sore and I don't want to hit the leg day. And I don't really have a bunch of YouTube videos to record because I've already recorded them. And I just sit in my bed and relax for a couple hours. My screen time is much higher. It's that simple. Pick up some new habits, a hobby, or maybe just do some extra work into the studying that you're doing or into the job that you have, or start something new, start an adventure, go outside on a walk around your neighborhood, walk down that one street that you always pass by but you never go inside. Just visit that street and see what's inside. Guarantee you your phone time will be much less.